What is up, my loves? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Lizelle, and today, as you can see, I'm sitting in front of you with no makeup on my face because I'm finally going to give you guys a skin story update. For those of you who don't know what my skin story updates are all about, basically I was put onto Accutane in May of 2016 and now it's January of 2017. So I have been on Accutane for 8 months, and my whole intention of starting this series was to give you guys monthly updates on how my skin was going, etc, etc. But once I hit a certain point within my course of medication, my skin kind of stayed stagnant and there wasn't really much to update you guys on, so I kind of took a break from the updates. But now that I'm finished, and since a lot of you all have been requesting for me to do an update, I'm here to tell you guys all about it. First of all, I just want to start off by saying that my skin right now is the clearest that it's been in such a long time. It's so smooth as well, and I know I only finished Accutane yesterday, so we'll have to see how my skin changes within the month of coming off the medicine, because it does take about a month for the medicine to be fully out of your system. But for the most part, this is the clearest my skin has been for years. Looking at my skin now, it's just crazy to think that I did have such bad skin before. I know some of you guys may not understand the whole concept behind like being upset about having bad skin, but until you experience it, you don't really know like how it feels. For those of you who have experienced acne or are going through acne at the moment, you know how like debilitating it is to you physically and emotionally, because there were so many times, like when I sit here and think about the times where I would just cry because I didn't want to go outside because my face hurt, physically hurt because of the acne that I was experiencing. It's just crazy to me that my skin is looking the way it looks now. As you guys can see, I have absolutely no breakouts on my face whatsoever. For the most part, the scarring has gone down immensely. I do have a little bit of redness going on, especially around my cheeks, but that is definitely not as noticeable as it was in the past few months. My skin is also incredibly smooth. My cousin was actually commenting on it the other day, just talking about how my skin looked really smooth and felt really smooth, and it wasn't until I had somebody else come up and tell me about it that I kind of realized, like, yeah, my skin is very smooth. My pores are virtually non-existent. Obviously I still do have pores, but for the most part you cannot see them. And when I look back on old footage of myself and see how like oily my skin was and how existent and like in my face literally my pores were, it's just crazy to see how much like a medication can change your whole skin. Like I said, I officially finished Accutane yesterday, but we will have to see how my skin goes a month from now once the medication is completely out of my system. I was speaking to my dermatologist and he did say that I would regain my oiliness, but not as intensely as it was before. I have liked not producing oils because obviously that's what makes your pores look a lot smaller if you don't have congested pores full of oil. But while I've loved having non-oily skin, I haven't really liked having dehydrated skin, which is definitely something I experienced over the past 8 months, is that my skin was extremely dull, dehydrated, and I was noticing a lot more fine lines than usual because obviously I didn't have that extra bit of natural oil helping my skin look more hydrated. For those of you guys who are curious as to the milligrams that I was put on, when I first started I was put on to 20 milligrams, and then each month it progressively moved up in dosages. So I was put on 20s, then 40s, and then I alternated between 20 one day, 40 the next day, and then I moved on to 40, 60, 40, 60, 40, 60. So I alternated within the last few months. If there was one tip that I could give to you guys as to what you might want to consider getting, like buying for yourself while going on Accutane, it's definitely a good moisturizing lip balm and a facial spray. Those two things definitely saved my life. I like to use the Lucas Pawpaw ointment. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about me rave on about this stuff. I slather this onto my lips every single day, all throughout the day, all the time, and it has saved my lips, honestly. Without a moisturizing lip balm, you are going to feel a lot of pain within your lips, let me tell you guys that. And in regards to facial sprays, I really love the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. This stuff saved my life and it's super inexpensive. I picked mine up for like $7 or $10. I can't remember the exact price, but it's super inexpensive and it's perfect for those of you who wear makeup, because obviously when you're on Accutane, you're going to go through the crazy breakout purging stage, and this really helped to keep my face hydrated, because when you are trying to cover your face up with makeup and you have a dehydrated face, it's not gonna look pretty, let me tell you that. But this really helped. I would spray this onto my face like every hour of the day, just to make sure that it looked hydrated and wasn't so dry and sore, because there were times where I would leave this at home and forget it and my face would physically hurt because it would feel so tight and dry. Now, if you guys are wondering whether I actually do recommend for you to go onto Accutane, that's totally something that you and your doctor or dermatologist need to figure out between yourselves. I can't tell you what to do, because what works for me definitely might not work for you guys. So I would recommend to perhaps try other things before going onto Accutane. For me, Accutane was my last resort. I honestly did not want to go into the medication because there is a lot of controversy behind it and why people should not go on it, but for me it was my last resort. It was the last option I had, and I'm honestly so glad that I did go on it. Like, it changed my life. It honestly changed my life. I have never felt more confident within myself and my skin, and I'm just really happy now, guys. Like, to have to go through all that pain of the cystic acne before, it's crazy to think that I am where I am now. And also, you guys have been requesting an Accutane skincare routine. Yes, I know, I need to get onto it ASAP. I've been meaning to do it for ages, but my skincare routine is so simple and inexpensive now, so I'm really glad that I don't have to spend a fortune on hundreds of different face products trying to figure out what can cure my face. So yeah, I totally would have to say, if you are considering going on Accutane and you have gotten the all clear from your doctor or dermatologist, it's definitely something to seriously consider doing, because it honestly has changed my life. So that is the end of my 8-month journey on Accutane. If you guys have any questions or concerns, leave your comments below and I'll definitely respond ASAP. So that is officially the end of my 8-month journey on Accutane. Even though it is finished, I will be doing an update in a month's time just to kind of see how my skin is going, tell you guys how it's been coming off the medication, all of that stuff. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, like I said, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Also, if you want to keep up to date with me outside of YouTube, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. So yeah, that's basically it for my update for you guys. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in my next video. Take care.